we're finna be talking about nation building while the moon is in Aquarius. So I feel like this would be a good, topic to bring up with the moon being in Aquarius when it comes to us observing and being aware of the collective conscious right now. So, you know what I'm saying, on my travels, on my little esoteric spiritual travels and things of those natures, I just been aware of different things, different aspects, you know what I'm saying, squaring out the circle, and looking at the different type of mentalities that people are in. And even when it comes to, being online, looking at the type of mentalities that people are expressing online, when it comes to what's actually going on and how this energy is impacting all of us on a more global level. So kind of understanding and coming to those terms and agreements within myself, this kind of, set me on the path to kind of, talk about this and start to, participate more with these types of subject matters and these types of conversations. And hopefully, if this come across the right groups of individuals who have something to add on to the conversation, hopefully we can start like a little series or something, you know what I'm saying? Go live together, start a little series and be able to, expand this awareness so we can be able to, you know what I'm saying, enlighten other individuals so they can stop being so illuminated, blinded by things that deals with the one, two, and third dimension, being lost into their own world, thinking that they're the brightest thing in existence and things of those natures. So, understanding this energy, understanding and getting into this dialogue, this is going to be helping us kind of understand the right starting point and where we need to be setting our awareness and setting our attention on when it comes to how we need to be springing off ideas and how we need to be interacting when it comes to how the world is transitioning to be more fashion in this type of way. So we have to be the ones, integrating and cultivating this new way of being able to come together, even when it comes to online and communities and things of those natures. We have to be the individuals that know how to network and socialize and be able to create some type of esoteric roundtable so that we all can be able to, you know what I'm saying, share our ideas about the collective conscious and how society is being engineered and how people are, you know what I'm saying, accepting these generational curses and things of those natures as well, which we're gonna get more in depth into. But you know what I'm saying, with the moon being in Aquarius, I already touched bases on the moon in Aquarius. So if you don't know, I have an Instagram where I be going live every time the moon switches, going to a different phase and things of those natures. Who eat like 360. So y'all make sure y'all go check out my Instagram if y'all want to stay updated with the astrological travels and reports and things of those natures. But when it comes to, this nation building, this is something that we all need to be aware of, and this is something that we all need to be participating with, being real men and women in these new times, so that we can start to, have something to offer when it comes to us getting out of the position of being so oppressed or feeling like we need the government as much. We'll be able to come together and start our own business and start our own education system, start our own religious systems, have our own spiritual practices, have our own entertainment industries and things of those natures. And we won't have to be so much dependable on the government. And we already see the types of energies that they have individuals in. We already see the types of energies that they have people in. By default, I already got people, in a template of, you know what I'm saying, competing and things of those natures, where we don't have to be in that template if we kind of understand and come together in a more peaceful way, you know what I'm saying. But understanding that when it's necessary, when to fight fire with fire, and where, so that it doesn't have to resort to things that deals with needing to melt metals or swords or stabbing other individuals, because we're in a new time right now. We don't have to go back to those old ways, trying to utilize those old tactics and this new shift that's going on, because it may not get respected. You may not be able to, you know what I'm saying, convince as much individuals or get as many individuals to participate in those types of ways of you trying to govern reality and govern other people's minds and things of those natures. I think I gotta kind of understand that as well too. So when it comes to us coming to some form of agreement, so we can kind of be able to start this on the basis of, what do we have to offer to the world when it comes to forms of intellect? Do we have the right mentalities? Are we able to fashion the right minds? Are we able to put the right people in the right positions so that they can be able to help build individuals and clean up the streets, get individuals off the streets, get individuals out of those low-hanging fruit energies? So basically, that's all that's going on, because we can look into communities nowadays, we can look online nowadays, we can look at just people in general, the types of mentalities that they be in, and the types of characters and expressions that they be playing out, because they don't know nothing about themselves. So you know what I'm saying, this is where astrology can be a perfect tool to incorporate into society, so that society can start to become more aware of things that's going on, of their actual energies, and not just be upset in the cookie cutter astrology. Actually get into the esoteric, actually understanding the esoteric meanings behind astrology and astronomy and anatomy, and how these things, you know what I'm saying, correspond with each other. Instead of them just hopping online saying, "Oh, I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm a Pisces. That means I'm creative. I'm a Aquarius. That means, you know what I'm saying, I'm an air sign." That's like lazy astrology. People don't really understand how to actually understand the template and the essence of it, and take it the distance, so they can be able to actually utilize their power and stop being a victim to that energy, because they may just be utilizing that for their own self-serving types of energies and their own ego, to fulfill their own ego, and actually understanding what these things are for, why these things are here, why do we need these things? So why do we create these things in the first place? What can we do to expand these things? What can we do to expand that awareness itself? So this is what people need to understand about themselves, instead of them just looking at it and getting lost into an ego and just being like, okay, that's the end all and be all. Let me go back to, you know what I'm saying, talking about sports. Let me go back to talking about football. Let me go back to, you know what I'm saying, and get online looking at people gossiping and things of those natures. So we can kind of understand how to take these things and be able to see these things for what they are, without getting lost into these things, and actually being able to, you know what I'm saying, utilize these things for a sense of leverage when it comes to us utilizing our ability in the energy that God wants to, you know, the energy and the spaces that we can fulfill with these all possibility, ideas, men and women, thoughts and feelings on our mind, coming together as a nation and starting to build on this intellectual property, instead of seeing individuals utilize these tactics behind closed doors to control people's mind and steer those individuals in certain directions, having them play out characteristics as above so below, without them knowing them, not without them knowing it. They just being a puppet. These individuals that already know about astronomy, astrology, that's practicing it 10 times more harder than the common person that you will see online, that you'll see on TikTok, that you'll see on Instagram, just talking about it, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, make you feel good, that feel good astrology type shit. That they need to go out the window, because, you know what I'm saying, they're just trying to, people just trying to make it more convenient for individuals just to look past it, look over it, and not really put more of an importance on it. That's just like you just ignoring yourself, you ignoring your shadow work, you ignoring your abilities and your power and your natures that you created, that you have. So you just looking past it. You just ignoring your own self and just getting lost into the world and what's convenient and what's a necessity for you, to make you more docile and dormant, and actually lacking knowledge and just perishing, just fading away in the dead world, dead, being a sheep, instead of you actually being able to understand these things and come to some form of terms and agreements within yourself, and understand that these things aren't you, but you're utilizing these things, and we created these things, and this is a process of creation, mutation, and evolution, that we can be able to, you know what I'm saying, the better that we be able to get more of a grip on these energies, then that'll kind of, you know, be us actually being able to expand the awareness in general, the whole collective awareness in general, so we can have new speciations of, you know, when it comes to us raising up our awareness and training other different organs and phenotypes, and, you know what I'm saying, root races and things of those natures, we'll be able to have something to, you know what I'm saying, build footprints in the sand when it comes to those spirits that's following us, when it comes to us creating those environments and those atmospheres for ourselves and things of those natures. So we got to keep that in mind as well. So when just understanding the essence of, you know, actually getting into these practices, and the essence of actually getting into these energies, this can kind of help you be able to decipher and determine what's actually going on in real life. You know what I'm saying? Not just getting lost into the cookie cutter, the feel good natures about it, because you a Pisces or you're an Aries and you just want to feel good about yourself. You just want your ego boosted because you may lack validation. This is about utilizing these things and taking self accountability for it, you taking self accountability for your power and utilizing your powers and tapping into your power, and being able to utilize that charismatic gift and talent that you're fulfilling those spaces with things that can help others and benefit others, instead of you being in your own self-serving energies trying to do things to get validation or to suit or to be in a desire, you know what I'm saying, just be lost into the world with the rest of the individuals that's lost into the world, creating more hellistic cycles for themselves, which is going to keep them incarnated and reincarnated back into this hell without them knowing it. So they're going to be thinking they're doing something different, but they're going to be doing the same thing, driving themselves insane on the path to insanity. So you got to make sure that you're not following those types of spirits. And also when it comes to, you got to make sure that you're not lost into those types of stimuli as well. making sure that you're on the path of insanity, following those types of spirits, being in those types of spaces because you lack knowledge, you lack the ability, and you may just be lazy as an individual, as a spirit. You may just be lazy. You don't want to know nothing about yourself. You don't want to learn. You think that you could just go through the education system and you know it all. You think that you could just go through the education system, get laid online right now. You know everything. You know everything. You know what I'm saying? God gonna, shine a holy light down on you because you got some money right now. But what you gonna do with it? You ain't doing nothing with it. You just a motherfucking puppet. You just a motherfucking pawn at the moment. So you gotta keep that in mind as well, understanding what's going on. So you won't be getting so lost to these energies, getting so lost into your own desires and setting yourself up for a letdown. Because that's basically what humanity is doing. And because people have all these resources, but they don't know what to do with it. People have all these things, but they don't know what to do with it. They rather go buy it on expensive cars. They rather go buy expensive fancy clothes. They rather go spend it on, chicken head, strippers, and things of those natures, instead of them being able to come together and build communities that we can support other and start to build our own nation, like real men and women, like our ancestors did. If y'all like that word ancestors, bitch, you are the ancestor, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it is just showing the individuals who already created this intellectual property to get y'all hyped up about it. Already showing these individuals who don't have to lift a finger, but they authored the actual ideas of the dollar bill having their face on the money. These individuals just seeing y'all utilize it for your own self-destruction. Y'all not trying to come together and build communities. Y'all not trying to come together and build nations. Y'all not trying to come together and liberate yourselves. Y'all rather go put it in songs and musics and talk about how somebody hating on you, how you being a crab in a bucket, how you think somebody else being a crab in a bucket, how can you take somebody else's girl, how can somebody else's girl, you know what I'm saying? Things of those natures. You're not being godly. You just being a expression of that demon seed, Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? You just being an expression of that demon seed, Lucifer, at the end of the day. So you got to kind of understand what's going on, because, sometimes, individuals just get so lost into the material. Individuals just get so lost into this world. Individuals just get so lost into the material things and monetary gains and things of those natures that they neglect the actual spiritual essence from it. So a person that's adeptus, that's able to pierce through the reality and see through the reality, they're able to actually, see the actual character and the sentiment that you expressing, that you are in. So those individuals can be able to, decipher what type of spirit is utilizing that, just this mind and this body and this organ and these chakras and things of those natures. So you got to keep that in mind as well when it comes to understanding what's going on, so that, you got to make sure that you're able to put yourself in these positions. But that's going to take time. You know what I'm saying? That's not just something that you can snap on and snap off. But some people are born with it, because some people come from that more angelic seed, and then we have individuals that come from that demon seed. So what type of individual are you? Are you an individual that come from that demon seed, or are you an individual that come from that angelic seed? And it's like a percentage level right now, where it's like a blend right now, where individuals who come from the angelic seed, they're participating with individuals that come from that demonic seed. And then when it comes to individuals that come from that demonic seed, they're trying to utilize and manipulate individuals that come from that angelic seed and take advantage over those individuals. So you got to kind of protect your mind. You got to kind of protect your space. You got to kind of protect your fruits and what you bear and what you offer to the world and things of those natures, so that you can put yourself in healthier positions, so that you can put yourself in a safe place where you can feel like you're around genuine, trustworthy individuals, instead of individuals that's just going to use you and abuse you because they think they got some form of authority over you, because they may be in a position or something like that, and they may have been getting validated for being in that position. So you know what I'm saying, they may have been, getting it in while the getting was good at the moment. So they think they can be able to, get over on you by using you and abusing you for what you have to offer. And you may not even be in that same space. You may not even resonate with those same ideas and thoughts and feelings and things of those natures. That spirit, that spirit may be from a whole different soul tribe, instead of that spirit being from your soul tribe. So you don't want to be, mentally mingling too much with those individuals, because you're going to end up giving a piece of you away that God gave you to individuals that doesn't deserve it. Now you feel like you don't have nothing to offer to the world because you gave that away to other individuals that didn't deserve it. So you got to make sure that you know what's going on, and making sure that you're not just giving your power away, because you're going to end up, getting put in a negative position, because God is going to be looking at you like nobody told you to open yourself up to that person. Nobody told you, you know what I'm saying? And so that's where humanity fails. That's where humanity lacks. That's where humanity falls short, because nobody really told them to be, you know what I'm saying, be in them spaces, to open themselves up to those types of individuals in the first place. And we may not know that because we may not have no actual example or no teaching in school. Because when it comes to school, they just want to indoctrinate everybody. They just want to make everybody sheeps and robots. They just want to put everybody in these Masonic templates and get a job and be a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, esoteric, put everybody in an esoteric sweatshop. They're not trying to put people in the positions where they're able to think for themselves and be able to come up with their own ideas and their own languages and their own ways of expressing their own charismatic gifts, and letting that be the bargaining exchange system. Instead of people just getting lost into their own self-serving energies and things of those natures, people just get so lost into, you know what I'm saying, what they have learned going to colleges for these 10 to 15 years just to be self-entitled. You know what I'm saying? People just want to be self-entitled about the things that they have acquired for going to these colleges, but they don't have nothing to really offer to the world when it comes to you having that charisma that can inspire others, that can motivate others. You just want to be self-entitled about that badge, about that name, about that job. You just want to be self-entitled about it, man. God ain't got nothing to do with that at the end of the day. You can go to hell, bitch. Well, all that shit can go to hell, bitch. If you're not trying to build people, if you're not trying to raise people's mind, you just trying to be a human, then man, you could just go to hell at the end of the day, because we're in a new time right now. We're in a new shift right now. We ain't got time for that, man. People going through shit, man. People committed suicide. People been killed, people background been killed, people lineage has been killed, people been, you know what I'm saying, genocided, man. It's a whole bunch of shit going on, man. Nobody don't give a fuck about how much money you got. Nobody don't give a fuck about what kind of job you got. Nobody don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bitch. If you ain't trying to produce no fruit for God, bitch, if you just trying to be a narc about shit, man, you can go to hell. Kiss my ass and go to hell, bitch. So we're in a new time right now where we got to kind of get out of that demonic ass seed, so we can get back into the godly world, so we can all be into our kingship and queenship energies, instead of us being into these low-hanging fruit type of energies and things of those natures, trying to do things to fulfill some form of ego and some form of validation and things of those natures, because we may lack the ability to produce and create those energies within ourselves. So we gotta kind of understand what's going on, so that you can be a real man, a real high value man, and have something to offer to the world, because you're building in the right way. You got something that women can submit to. You got something women can support, instead of women supporting people online that just want to flash money because they may be in a good position because of shadow government and things of those natures. That's not a real man. You a fake ass man. You ain't got no nuts at the end of the day. If you still in that mentality, that slave sheep mentality, thinking that you doing something good, thinking that you doing something for the greater good, but you self-entitled, you ain't got no nuts. You a lame as, you know what I'm saying, the way they're human. Use words and shit, toxic, you know what I'm saying? You still lame at the end of the day. So keep that in mind. You still lame at the end of the day. You're gonna meet your maker. You're gonna meet your maker. So y'all gotta kind of understand what's going on, so that we can be able to get out of these low-hanging fruit energies. Competing, secret competition, competing with each other, backstabbing each other. You know what I'm saying? Being followers. Nobody know how to be a leader. We're in a new time right now where you got to be a leader. You just can't be no follower. If you ain't getting online teaching people how to get in that position by doing it the right way, because you went through all the loop system trials and tribulations, all the negatives and the positives on how you got in that position. If you're not trying to teach people and, you know what I'm saying, help people so they can be able to take that template that you just gave them and be able to utilize it for their own life, so that they can be able to create their own organizations, because this is the new time that we're in, because we can see that, you know, America is a melting pot right now. And America is being culture shocked right now. So everybody want to come to America and get lit. Everybody want to come to America and get wet. Everybody want to come to the Western Hemisphere, you know what I'm saying? Because the Western Hemisphere got the best milk and honey. So everybody want to be over here and things of those natures and get some of this milk and honey and milk, you know what I'm saying? Milk, you know what I'm saying? But don't have nothing to offer. So people just in taking spirits. People are in invader spirits. They don't really have nothing to bring over here to offer to the whole system, except technology. You know what I'm saying? What do you really got to offer? You got these millions of dollars. What do you really got to offer except for technology? What do you got to offer to the people at the end of the day? Are you going to be online scouting for people like me? Scouting for people like the little pilot man? Scouting for people like other people in the subconscious community? Are you going to be online scouting for people like this to put them in positions? Or do you just want to watch these individuals behind closed doors secretly take the information, try to utilize it for yourself, see it doesn't work because you're doing it in an ungenuine way, and you're trying to mimic and you're trying to plagiarize and you're trying to keep people cast away in the dark, not knowing that you getting blood in your own hands at the end of the day for doing that, because you can't be able to express that character in that type of way, to influence, to gravitate individuals in that type of way, without actually being that and saying knowing that you is that, without actually going through the experiences and being able to, you know what I'm saying, take your power and wanted to present yourself in these new ways and things of those natures. So you got to kind of understand what's going on. So individuals get so lost into their ego. Like this is the world that we in, where individuals are so lost into their ego that nobody knows how to be real. Nobody knows how to be authentic. Nobody knows how to be genuine in these new times. So we got to make sure that we're the ones being genuine, real, and authentic within ourselves. Because man, it's like people are going through it right now, and you just can't be an individual that's sitting on all these resources and you have the ability, you have the access to this, and just thinking that your mind is gonna be safe because you got this security, stability, comfortability, but you're not doing nothing with it spiritually. I know y'all picking up the energy. I know y'all picking up the sense, because we're in a new shift right now. So like, what is you gonna do? Is you gonna continue to create more generational curses for yourself? Or are you gonna liberate yourself and be like, man, fuck all this shit, just give it all away, fuck all this shit, fuck all this money, I'm gonna just give it to the people, put it in the right people's hands so they can start to build the right things in communities what's needed for God, you know what I'm saying? Have something to offer for God. So y'all also lost it to Lucifer. Y'all also lost it to y'all Michael energy, that y'all don't know how to have anything to offer for God. So y'all gotta kind of get out of those energies as well, because you know what I'm saying, it's real tricky. It's like a real deep game that y'all getting yourselves in. It's like a real deep spiritual loopity loop system that y'all getting yourself in, that y'all don't know it. And you know what I'm saying, God's children just trying to help y'all, you know what I'm saying? People just trying to help y'all, people just trying to help the communities. But y'all are already in the positions of power and authority. So y'all can be able to add on to it. I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, we need y'all at the end of the day, because bitch, we can just get up here, do what we doing every day, just pushing out these energies, emitting this new atmosphere into the universe. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, give y'all some grace. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can be able to have something to offer. So y'all won't be in these demonic ass spirits incarnated back into the cycle, thinking that y'all doing something good, end up getting blood in your hands, end up meeting y'all maker at the end of the day, because y'all not trying to be a valuable person and things of those natures. So you gotta kind of understand what's going on when it comes to what you got to offer to the world. What are you trying to build? What is your purpose? Yeah, squirrel. Dropping the motherfucking acorns and shit. I said, big ass acorn. Go on. Scare his ass away. But yeah. So, this is how we liberate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got to liberate ourselves, because it starts with the mind first. And the better that you understand that it starts with the mind, then you can kind of see how it trickles down into, you know, the anatomy, the environment, the physical. But everything starts within the mind. So we got to make sure that we're actually understanding the actual mind mechanisms of what's going on. What are you doing it for? What is your purpose for? What's clouding you? Are you clouded? Are you too illuminated by the things in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension? Or do you have clear vision? Are you enlightened? Are you one of the enlightened ones? Are you able to wake other people up and inspire other people and bring other people to the water so that they can be able to make a cup for themselves? Or are you too lost into the worldly possessions that are you too lost into worldly possessions that you don't know how to actually come across as a genuine, authentic individual and resonate on that frequency of authenticity and things of those natures? So we gotta kind of understand so that we can kind of get out of those energies where we're just looking at other individuals that believe the same as us, that's the same root race as us, and get out of that ego. Because that ego ain't gonna take us nowhere. That ego only gonna lead us into, you know what I'm saying, incarnating back into the cycle. And being Luciferians, being demons. Playing the same, doing the same tricks, thinking that we're gonna get different results, thinking that we're gonna get different laughs and things of those nature. So that's the only path, that's the only sinner path that they got y'all on. So I gotta kinda understand what's going on when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, building this new world. So we all gotta kinda get it and build in this type of way. But it starts with the mind. Get your mind regulated and get your soul fixed so that you can be in the right space spiritually. Get you an astronomer, get you an astrologer. Connect with individuals like me. Connect with individuals in the subconscious community. It's a group of us. We're rare. We're the last of the Mohicans now. You know what I'm saying? We're the last of the Mohicans now. Connect with the right individuals. Share. Post. Don't be hiding. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to participate with the world. You know what I'm saying? Clean yourself. Clean your spirit. Clean your space. Clean your mind. So that you can have some peace. So you can die in peace. You know what I'm saying? You won't be scared to die. You'll be excited to die. Yeah! Yeah! Been born again. You know what I'm saying? You won't be so scared to die like, damn, I'm dying. You know what I'm saying? Got y'all scared to die. That's supposed to be something that we look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Literally. That's supposed to be something that we're looking forward to. Like, yes, I'm dying. I'm going back to I'm finna expand. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna expand and I come back. I did it. I'm back again. I'm here. Yeah, I have new abilities. I have new attributes. I have a new way of expressing. I have a new way of dancing. I have a new way of being myself again. God, you know what I'm saying? Superhero, power up. You know what I'm saying? Get a power up for real. I gotta kind of understand what's going on. Y'all don't want to power up. Y'all don't want to take y'all power back. Y'all just want to be robots and sheep. Weird. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? She took my. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Y'all just want to be robots and sheeps down here, in here. You know what I'm saying? Condensing. You know what I'm saying? This weird ass shit that's going on in the world that y'all humans participated with. Y'all can be air creatures and air beings and, you know what I'm saying, new speciations and new things in the world. But y'all don't want to be that. So, the generative consensus for this video. Are you liberated or oppressed? But first, you got to kind of look at where your mind is at. If your mind ain't in the right place, if you're still looking at people outside of you as these words and terminologies, and you're unable to come up with your own words and terminologies and the oral tradition and practice behind it, then you a slave. You may just be a slave to your own mind. So that's basically the first prison that they got everybody in. So you may not think that you're in a prison, but your ass in a prison. They got you a slave to your own mind. So we gotta kind of understand that, understand what's going on. So you think because you got all these cars, all this stuff, man, you still oppressed, you still in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? You still in the same situation with you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be rich in spirit. If you ain't rich in spirit, it don't matter how much money you got, bitch. You ain't shit at the end of the day. So if you ain't rich in spirit, if you ain't got it there spiritually, if you ain't got your mind right, if you ain't got your soul regulated, you ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a person like me can lose it all to get it all back. Because we don't cling on to the material world as much. Y'all cling on too much to the material world that y'all don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? Liberate y'all self. Liberate y'all own mind. Be free. Be like one of the holy ones. You know what I'm saying? Why you think homeless people have so much charisma? A homeless person can give you game to inspire you, to make you look at the world differently. A rich person will give you game to make you look at the world like you just need to capitalize and make more money and get more indoctrinated, practicing washy-who ways. So they're trying to utilize those tactics. But it's like you got to go through extra loop-de-loop systems. But I think a homeless person can give you some game, kick some game till you make you like, damn, that is true. The world is like that. I do need to start exercising my power, exercising my rights, and exercising my mind so I can liberate myself. Man, I bet y'all 9 times out of 10, these homeless people that ain't on these drugs and these those natures, they got way more sense than individuals that's got all this money and just, you know what I'm saying, just nasty with it. They nasty individuals. They nasty with it. So you got to keep that in mind as well. Those are the individuals you don't want to be around. Those are the individuals that's already lost and indoctrinated. You can't express yourself freely around those individuals. You can't respect those individuals in no way, shape, or form because they don't respect themselves at the end of the day. So you can't be casting your pearls amongst swans at the ends of those natures. So we got to kind of understand what's going on so we can put ourselves in the right circumstances and situations and be able to liberate ourselves, because it all starts with the mind first. And especially when it comes to generational Z. People get so lost and illuminated into, you know, what's going on online, how somebody look, somebody body, you know what I'm saying? That's different. That's a different subject matter. But, you know, just understanding what's going on so we can start to put ourselves in the right positions mentally. And being our own Saint Patreons. And the better that we're able to put ourselves in those positions, then we'll be showing all possibilities in the universe that we're able to endure and have some form of persistence. So it's all about endurance, but you know what I'm saying? Understanding, getting tough mentally. Getting tough mentally, that means you got tough skin. That means you're not easily persuaded, you're not easily manipulated, you're not easily, you know what I'm saying, taken advantage over. So you got tough skin. You harder than everybody around you. Things of those natures. You just don't be agreeing to things as much. You just don't be agreeing to, you know what I'm saying, the worldly pleasures and flesh as much. You got some principles, you got some virtues, you got some boundaries. Things of those natures. So that's all that it is about having good virtues and principles. Being a virtuous man and being a virtuous woman. Men getting out of y'all ego, get out of y'all small dick energies, get out of y'all beta male energies and come together. Stop being followers. Stop trying to uphold generational curses. Women start supporting the real man. Stop supporting these beta male, you know what I'm saying? These beta males, and get out of y'all bitch energies as well. Y'all just some bitches nowadays. Y'all gotta stop being bitches. You know what I'm saying? Drop your ovaries. That's all I'm saying. Man, drop y'all nuts. Female, drop y'all ovaries. Stop competing so much. That's why y'all in the position y'all in. Hating. Being broke and being hated. That's it. So that's all that it leads to, all that it stems down to. Men and women. Y'all some weak ass men and women's mentally. So I gotta kinda get there spiritually first. So I can kinda get strong, you know what I'm saying? Strong to come together. Like how the natives used to do it. That's why they had to kill off the natives, because they were strong. They knew how to build mentally. They know how to build on the esoteric first. The esoteric, they know how to build the actual world and land at the geographical locations. So it's time for us to get back more into those spaces where we're more indigenous, instead of so separated mentally. This person got all those ideas mudded out, that person mudded out. They're trying to come together, create more mutts, new phenotypes, new races that just gonna fall into one of these categories. Statistics. You want to create the statistics, not be the statistics. So that's basically what's going on. So we're in a new time right now. So men's drop y'all nuts. Females, drop y'all ovaries. Humans, get out of y'all egos. Or go to hell. Kiss my ass. Suck my dick. But yeah. It's been Hugo 360. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Peace.